In the shoot that we did with him, among many, he said that when you guys worked together in the WWF, that you guys were working every night and you wanted to do the same exact match, and he wanted to change it up, and there was friction between the two of you guys.
You know, all due respect to Shane, we get along a lot better now than we did when we were working together, because I see him once in a while. I'd see him at TNA, but Shane came in with this huge reputation as being a phenomenal worker. So again, Razor is supposed to get him ready for Shawn, because they thought Shawn Michaels and Shane Douglas were going to rewrite wrestling, because he had this reputation from independent shows and ECW and all this stuff as being great. I thought he was overrated. When I worked with him, so I said, okay, I'm working with him. I'll do my little guy athletic match and stuff. Let's see what he can do here, because he's coming in. He don't know anything. We're in these major markets. I got to have a good match. If I have to fall back on my standard stuff, you don't think Flair does the same stuff all the time? I used to always laugh and go, why does Flair do the same match all the time? Then you know what I realized? Because he works with different jabronis every night, so he goes, you know what? Let's just do what I know this works, so I'll just do my stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, I did some stuff with Shane. The one thing I knew when, and it was probably really unprofessional of me, but we were in the Royal Albert Hall in London, and we had just flown in that day, went to the hotel, and we had to go straight to the arena and work. Now, this is the Royal Albert Hall, man. This is where the Beatles have played. This is a cool building, and it is sold out, and this is London, England. And I'm wrestling Shane there, and we're having a match, and we're tired, man. We've flown, we've been partying on the plane. I mean, we're tired. But, you know, when you're in the ring, it's a whole different thing. It's let's go. So we're working, all of a sudden he goes, go home, go home. So we go home. I get back in the locker room, and I said, you hurt, man? And he went, oh, no, I'm just kind of tired. You know, it was a long flight. Now, I should have taken him in the shower or something like that, and I went, you're tired. F you. Take some fucking pills then, motherfucker, like everybody else. Because this is how I feed my family. This is London, England, you fucking prick, and this is how I get paid. I don't care if you're tired. Which is wrong, and excuse my language, and a reference to drugs is not the answer. But that's what a lot of guys did when they were tired. You know what I mean? You're tired, drink some coffee. I don't give a fuck you're tired, you know. Tell it to somebody who cares, because I don't care. But that was not the good way. That's not the way to start a working relationship. And we didn't have very good matches, and he didn't have any success in WWF. And not because I held him down and buried him the way he may feel. I just think he was overrated, and he wasn't as good as advertised.
Do you think you guys, the Clique, do you think you guys were too hard on Chris Candido back then?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it was not his fault. It was a stupid gimmick. I mean, come on, man. It was a horrible gimmick. Chris is a really talented, good worker. And the thing is, too, coming in with your girlfriend into that Shark Tank environment that we had going, you know, we almost prided ourselves on how vicious our locker room was. You know what I mean? You're new, okay, let's see what you got. Everybody go to the curtain and watch. No competition from him, don't have to worry. Or if you're good, ooh, wow, I better watch this guy. Shit, I better step my game up. This guy's pretty damn good. You know, and it was a brutal, vicious, cutthroat kind of environment. I'm not saying it's the right thing, but those were the conditions. Some guys thrive on that, some guys don't. The guys who thrive survived and prospered. And, yeah, but he got ribbed and brutalized and stuff a lot. But then I crossed paths with him later and stuff, and it seemed like he got it. Because he knew he had a lame gimmick. It wasn't his fault, Body Donnas and Skip and Sonny. I mean, come on. That ain't going to get over, you know, but yeah, it was, you know, he got treated bad. I crossed past him in TNA like years later, and was, you know, there was no hard feelings and stuff, and I was happy that, because I think people have to realize that a lot of it, man, was the conditions, you know.
Yeah.
It's work, man. It ain't play, you know. It's show business. It's not show fun, you know. It's business. It's cutthroat. I'm getting paid because there was no guaranteed money. It was real competitive. Whoever was the best got the most. And Vince perpetuated that kind of environment, and so did everybody else. You know, I felt like, I always looked at it like, if you're the third leading rusher in the NFL, then you should be paid commensurate to your abilities.
Yeah.
If the leading rusher gets this much, and you're the third leading rusher, you should get paid this much. If you're in working for Vince in the WWF or WWE, and you're the second best performer, or you're having the second best matches, or selling the second most merchandise, or getting the best crowd reaction and stuff, you should be paid commensurate to that. And so that kind of, I'm not saying it's the right way, but it bred a real cutthroat competitive environment. I don't feel it was nasty, but it's a bunch of guys too, man. It's a bunch of jocks. It's a bunch of men who are on the road away from their families doing what they do. So our only release was in the ring, and I'm a huge Jerry Lee Lewis fan. So my thing was like, when Jerry Lee Lewis was on tour years ago, when the groups used to tour together, whoever had top 10 hits or top 40 hits. So Jerry Lee Lewis gets to New York City, Radio City Music Hall, but Chuck Berry has the #1 hit at that time. Now Jerry Lee has like 4 hits in the top 10, but Chuck Berry has #1, so he gets to go on last. So Jerry Lee Lewis goes on before him, goes crazy, sets his piano on fire, tears the house down, comes back and goes, follow that. So that's the kind of attitude that I tried to have, and that I think the rest of Click had, was like, yeah, we heard about you, we heard you pretty good. Prove it. Because I'm going to go out there and do everything I can to make the people talk about Razor Ramon or Scott Hall when they leave the building. When they're walking their parking lot, I want them to go, man, that Scott Hall's a funny son of a gun, man, that was a hell of a match. They don't even remember who won or lost. I just want them to go, man, that son of a bitch was good. I can't wait till he comes to town again. I want to see him again. That's the kind of environment that we perpetuated.